Let's go ahead and talk about the Java Platform Module System and its motivation. Why is it such a big deal in Java 9? But for us to understand that, we need to look at the current state of our Java Platform System. So currently, the way things work is the following. So we have JDK, our Java Development Kit. In order for us to create our projects, of course, what do? We need jar files. Okay. And then once we have our jar files, we can create our Java projects. And for us to be able to connect our projects or jar files, we need some sort of a class path, which means way in which we can actually connect to our jar files. Okay. So this is what happens right now. Jar files, or a jar, stands for Java Archive. Okay, so this is what we have currently. So we have the JDK, Java Development Kit, and then we have jar files, and then we have the class path that connects between Java project and our jar files. Okay. Now, what is the problem with this? Well, the problem with this current state is the following. So we have this structure that I've just showed you, okay, which is you have JDK, we have jar files, and we have our Java project, and of course we have this class path that connects our jar files with our Java project. By the way, a jar file is essentially just a zip file that contains packages, the way we organize classes in Java. So we have packages which contain classes, interfaces, and any other metadata that will make our project run smoothly. Those are the dependencies that we need, or libraries that we need to make our project run. Okay, that's what a jar file in this case is. So the problem with this system is that projects grow. So if projects are growing, meaning that you are creating a bigger project, that means you need more jar file, more of these zip files that contain classes, interfaces, and all sort of things that connect to our project, which also means the more jar files we have, the more class path issues we're going to have. The reason being is because a jar file doesn't really guarantee us the dependencies that we need in order for our application to work properly at all time. Meaning, a jar file, like I said earlier, it's just a zip file containing classes, interfaces, and metadata. What happens is, as your projects grow, and there's some sort of system update, and then we break this link, this class path, or something happens within the jar files. Maybe a jar file has certain classes that depend on other jar files. What would happen is, because we don't have that security, we don't have that reliable dependency that would say, well, this Java project will always get what it needs for it to run, your application will always crash. And the other problem with that is that it won't crash only when you compile. Right? It crashes at runtime, which is very problematic, because you can imagine you have this project, big project, that uses this current state, this current system here that we have in our Java platform, and all of a sudden you are running the application is on production, and you have issues related to class path, related to jar files. So obviously you can see right away that that's a big problem. And another reason why modules are great is because with each release, with each Java release, what we end up having is a larger JDK and JRE. Okay, so the Java system grows because we have more classes, we have more packages, we have more Java runtime environment dependencies that we have to have. That in itself is not very efficient. That's the reason why the Java Platform Module System is very important, because the Java Platform Module System gets rid of all of these dependencies issues that we have with class paths. It gets rid of all of these issues we have with each release of Java, us having an increase of our JDK and JRE. Okay, so now we have modules, which means we have this compartmentalized code that can encapsulate, that can hide or make it public what it needs to be public in your projects or in your applications. Okay, so with that, we don't really have to worry about the Java class dependency that we had, because everything that a class, that a project needs is now compartmentalized in module. And you can then group together classes that are required to be used for a certain project. It may sound trivial, but that's a huge leap to the right direction when it comes to creating scalable, efficient, and secure applications. I hope this is starting to get you excited and in understanding why is this such a big deal, the Java Platform Module System that Java 9 brings to us. So next video we'll explore more about the Java Platform Module System, which is here to replace the path class jar system that we currently have in Java. Perfect. So I'll see you in the next video.